Good afternoon, gardeners. It is a hot and sticky 89 degrees here in the Sandhills, and I wanted to show you what's going on in my garden. This is my vegetable garden on the south side of my house, and I have quite a few tomato plants here. This one I believe is Boxcar Willie, and I've got some good amount of tomatoes on here. And it seems to be doing pretty well. If you look down here, I just put some bone meal down, and that helps with the blossom end rot, which is typically, if you look on the bottom of your tomatoes, if you see like a really dark looking, horrible, almost look like they're rotting basically on the bottom, and that's because they don't have enough calcium. So tomatoes love calcium. Let's see if I can get this focused. So this one's okay. This one's not bad. I just planted these two tomatoes here. A gentleman gave these to me. I bought some local honey. He was selling honey. That he has a bee farm, and he was giving away these tomatoes, and I'm calling them the Daniel tomatoes because he doesn't remember the name of the variety of these particular two tomatoes. So I named them after him. Very nice man. And Daniel, if you're watching, hello. As you can see, I have another tomato plant here. That's a pretty good sized tomato on the vine there. I come out here and I watch to see if I have any activity of the dreaded tomato hornworms. And what I have done is I've trimmed the lower part of my tomato plants. You can see a lot of the stems here because I trimmed those so that they're not touching the ground and for air circulation. So that's really important. It's not going to hurt the tomato plant at all. You'll still get plenty of tomatoes on the vine. So in here I have the yellow pear tomato, and you can see one of them is actually turning yellow. I have a few of them, about 3 of them. They are actually turning, and I have them leaning up against my trellis here for support because they're going to get quite tall. I have a sweet pea here that is on its way out. I've been collecting the seed pods, so hopefully I will grow some next year. I've got some strawberry plants here. These are called Sweet Charlies, and I haven't gotten anything out of these yet. Don't know when that's going to happen, if it's going to happen this year, maybe next year. And right here I grew some, this is ginger. So I went to Sprouts, the organic grocery store, and picked up some organic ginger and put it here, and it is taking off. So I'm really excited about that. And back here I have some Swiss chard. I harvested some recently and it is absolutely delicious. And here I just pulled out huge kale plants over there, and they're infested with these white fly-like things. Let me take you over here so you can see. I don't know what they are, but there's tons of them, and I do not plan to eat this stuff. But can you see that? They're flying around and they're in the back of this leaf. If I hit it, they'll move. So does anybody know what this is? Like, look at that. Just tons of them. Look at that. Don't want that in my garden. So I pulled it out, and it's a shame because I really wanted to eat more of it. I was able to get one harvest off of it, but I've been busy. I have another one here that I need to pull out. I've got an Italian Roma tomato, and this is Garden Delight, I believe. And it was struggling, and it looks like it's doing better. So we'll see. I'll just keep an eye on it. It was really small, and now it's actually flowering, which is a good sign. I can see some flowers on it. So those are like, you'll get cherry-like tomatoes. This tomato here looks like this is the Ananias Noir, tomato, and this is an heirloom tomato that I got from Baker Creek, and it is thriving and doing quite well. You can see where I've just stemmed it up, and don't be afraid to clip and just come out here and check your tomato plants daily if you can, to make sure you don't have any infestation of any kind, so you can nip it in the bud. Over here I believe I have black cherry tomatoes and Tom Thumb. I think there is it Tom Thumb tomatoes. Let's see if I can see, yeah, or Tomito. These are Tomito tomatoes, and they're like cherry tomato, and I've got quite a few of those popping up. And then this one here is black cherry. Those over here, it's a black cherry tomato, and here's these little white bugs. I'm going to pull that one next after I film this video. Here I have an eggplant. I don't remember if this is the long purple eggplant or the Black Beauty. It's one of the two. I do have another eggplant over here. This one is either Black Beauty or long purple. I don't know what I did with the marker. It's gone. It probably blew away because I'm using these cups as markers. I put an old marker there and just write on this with a piece of tape and a Sharpie, and as you can see, it's really faint, so I have to stay on top of it. And then I'll set it on top like that, and then when we get a nice wind, it blows it away. So down there on the right, in the far right, let me zoom in so you can see, that is basil. So I planted some basil down there to help with the tomatoes, keep some of those hornworms away. And then I have some more sweet peas that need to come out. I will be trimming these back as soon as we get a break in the rain. I've got snapdragons over here, Sweet Charlie strawberries in there, and there's some more Sweet Charlie strawberries. My soil level is really low, so I'm going to have to get this filled back up. I've got some, I believe it's called early snow cauliflower. Not doing much over here. I'm not seeing much going on here. A lot of bugs though, so I may end up pulling this out. I have some broccoli growing here, which is exciting because I've never grown broccoli or the cauliflower. And over here, this is a beefsteak tomato, looking good. Look at all those tomatoes down there. And I've got carrots over here. So I've got quite the variety. I decided to actually put this together as like a little jungle. No rhyme or reason, just throw this in and that in and just see what happens. And so it's pretty cool. I think I want to pull one of these up. I don't know if it's ready. They've been in here for a while, but look at that. I had one the other day and it was really tasty. So I grew these last year, however, they didn't taste good. And I think because I grew them starting the end of the spring, and they said if you grow carrots in the fall / winter, they'll taste better because they need that cold to get the flavor. So don't know if that's true, but it seems to be. You know, in this case, I noticed that it was very sweet. It was very good. And then in this grow bag, I have some garlic that I got from the grocery store. It's organic, and decided to grow some garlic. I do have elephant garlic that I got from Sprouts. That's organic, and I just put some cloves, a couple of cloves in there, here and here. I'll just use my carrot as a pointer. And I've got some, this is from this this garlic plant. This is a, it's flowered, so that's pretty exciting. And this will be ready once all the leaves like turn, you know, like this color. They'll get all over, they'll turn more and more brown, and then that will be ready to harvest. I'm dying to pull it out, but you have to wait, you have to be patient. But this is the garden here, a very fast tour. I apologize if I was talking too fast. I'm trying to beat the rain. The rain's supposed to get here at any moment. I'll pan up so you can see. Look at that. We've really had our fair share of rain this summer, and it's just crazy. So what I'll do is I'll go over to the other side where I have my peppers so that you can see the progress on those.